Hello everyone and good day. Dan Manson here, that's right, Dan the man with the plan is here to stay, and today we're going to be talking about Tekken 8 and the closed beta test that was available this past weekend. And yeah, I'm just going to be talking about my review on Tekken 8. So without further ado, let's jump right into things. So far, the cast of characters is a good, strong roster. While we still have a handful of characters that are yet to be announced, the ones that are available brought a good variety of playstyles, from mix-up with Raven to grapples with King, and even your classic Tekken gameplay with characters such as Jin and Kazuya. I wasn't fortunate enough to play every character in the beta due to my short time with it, but every character I did play had their special flair. While a lot of characters I played in Tekken 7, for comparison, had similar flairs that sparked my interest, the extra moves and gameplay mechanics in Tekken 8 helped with a lot of my enjoyment with the game. Each character made me want to go back and play them again, over and over. I didn't want to put the game down, but I had to due to the fact that the beta ended. Right now I don't have a favorite character to play, although I am leaning more towards Raven and Azucena. However, I will say that my gameplay with Jin felt a lot more fluid than it did in Tekken 7, so in comparison, I feel like the Jin in Tekken 8 feels a lot better than the one in Tekken 7 did, to me personally at least. Moving on, we have to deal with how iconic the gameplay in Tekken is. In fact, the gameplay in Tekken is so iconic that it's hard to add stuff to the game without destroying the foundation that it stands on, which does seem to be true for a lot of games that try to add stuff or improve on stuff that was perfectly fine in previous iterations of the game. However, Tekken 8 has pulled it off successfully. The heat system, finally remembering the name, was a great way to add more flashy techniques to the game without having to sacrifice the rage art mechanic to do so, and without having to completely break down and rebuild each character from scratch. Tekken 7's rage drives have been incorporated to Heat Smash so fluently that it increases my excitement and anticipation for the future of Tekken 8, such as possible DLC fighters. The heat system adds more combo potential with the ability to enter heat once every round through either using the heat smash or through other various moves that will allow you to enter the heat system as well. These same moves are also able to extend combos even further with a rushdown that knocks the opponent on their back or leaves them in a crumpled state while they're standing, allowing for extensions to your combos. All this was placed into the game, and the game still keeps its core gameplay in such a way that it's hard to say that Tekken has lost any touch at all, proving that it still remains as one of the greatest fighters out there. Stages aren't very important is one of the greatest lies that I hear in fighting games. Tekken goes on to show that stages are what matter almost as much as a character with the way that Tekken creates them. Tekken has been known for building stages in a way that can change the tide of battle, from stages that will allow characters such as Noctis to kill people in a single combo in Tekken 7, to stages with no walls, stages with walls that are closer than in other stages, and stages with the ground being able to break mid-match. All this variety in stage selection creates new opportunities for different characters while also taking away other opportunities for others. New combos are added or taken away based off of the stage, and Tekken 8 is no different. We still have a basic arena stage with unbreaking walls, a stage that's so big that it feels like there are no walls with the fact that you almost never reach them, and even a stage with breakable wall and a breakable floor that leads to an area that even has a stage hazard. Stage hazards being something that I'm not familiar with when it comes to the Tekken series. Ortiz Farm, Azucena's stage, has an underground cavern that when an opponent is knocked against one of the walls long enough and hard enough, instead of the wall breaking, a stage animation will play, launching the opponent into the center of the stage, bouncing them up into the air, and allowing for follow-ups, which almost gives me Dead or Alive vibes. What your character wears doesn't matter is the greatest lie in fighting games. There have been countless times when I lose my color scheme in a fighting game, forcing me to play in a different color, and it just throws off my entire game. There are times where I experiment with colors to see if I do better with a different color, and it happened to me in Dragon Ball FighterZ. I used to just pick a random color, but one day I ended up in a pink color scheme, and I noticed that my skill with the characters that were in pink improved so much. But that's just color. Costumes also matter. More than colors, in fact. Color is an added boost, but when you get a choice of costume, the entire game changes. In fact, Tekken has the best catalog of costumes available in traditional fighting games in general. The ability to mix and match your favorite parts onto a character in order to create your perfect costume creates a great way to increase player enjoyment. Just take a look at my Noctis in Tekken 7. Yes, it may seem like that costume that I'm wearing may be hindering my skill a little bit, but it also improves on my enjoyment of playing the character, because now I turn on the game excited to play in that new costume that I've created. And it goes for every character in Tekken as well. In fact, you get a good taste of costume types in the beta through the default costume options that they give you in the character selection. And there's so much variety that I can't even begin to imagine what other variety is available in the full game. The lobby is a nice environment to be in. I didn't spend much time in it, but I will say that the more people are in a lobby, the more frames will drop and it leaves the lobby a choppy mess. So I tend to prefer the smaller lobbies. Being able to interact with people in fun ways and talk is always a great way to create communities in a fighting game, which is why local tournaments are always a nice thing to attend to create that community for yourself. You also get the chance to find a player and fight their ghosts in the lobby. Speaking of ghosts, these are amazing. Having the ability to feel this for myself is something I could only dream of. Imagine getting one and done from someone, but you still want the run back because they were good and you need the practice with that character. And you can't play that character that well, and other people that you find are either far beyond that or way below that, and you can't get that practice you need. So all you need to do is find their avatar, go to Ghost Battle, and then pick that character, which they will show what rank that character's in if you're not playing ranked or if you just forgot what rank they were in. I can't describe how true to the player these ghosts are, to the point that their bad habits like not blocking lows and their game plan, such as like what moves that they're going to throw out and what they go for and the moves that they know in fact. Tekken 8 is great, and I'm even more excited now to play the game and share the experiences with you all. It might even become my primary fighting game when it releases, and I'm more than excited to get my hands on it. I don't really have much more to say on the topic of Tekken 8, but I will say this. I hope to see you all there. But yeah, thank you all for watching today's video. It was a small video just reviewing Tekken 8, and yeah, that's all I really have to say. So, thank you all for watching today's video. But with all that being said, I hope you all have a great day, have a fantastic week, and remember, may your heart be your guiding key.